This podcast episode is brought to you by OverDogs Bet. Sign up today for early beta access and free play at overdogsbet.com/beta.
What makes you fucking different that you're just like, let's go at any point?
I'm just a throwback fighter. I want to test myself against the best fighters in the world. I know that I'm the best. What better way to prove it by beating the best fighters, going up in weight classes, going down in weight classes. That's what the real fighters do. I'm bringing that back.
Us MMA fighters, we all brag how we cut 20 pounds the week of the fight.
Now, that's crazy. I don't know how y'all do that shit. Y'all weight cuts are intense. That bare-knuckle shit is crazy too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I can fuck with it. Like your hands be all messed up. Fucking, you hurt your hand trying to hurt somebody else.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you beat Bradley Martin in a street fight?
Episode 15 of the OverDogs Podcast. We got a fire one today. First non-UFC fighter, which would be exciting, with a huge fucking fight coming up. I'm your host, Bagz. My boy, Mike Perry. How you doing, Platinum?
I'm good, bro. Excited to talk to the guest today, man.
You can say his name.
Oh, Mr. Devin Haney, sir.
Yes.
WBC champion, beat Lomachenko, close fight, beat lots of other people. Is he about to fight Pacquiao?
No, he's fighting Regis Prograis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Regis, and then
moving up.
But I remember him talking about trying to get the Pacquiao fight. I think
He probably would.
Yeah.
Mac Malley, how you doing, brother?
I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I'm Gucci, ready to go.
All right, perfect. We'll carry your ass, no worries. Don't sweat it, brother.
Carry me. I'll get
stand outside in the rain.
You don't get sick from that, bro. That's
you
a
do,
myth.
man.
No,
You do get sick from that.
Yeah.
No,
My grandma said we did.
Well, your grandma's fucking wrong. Sorry.
Shit.
All right, let's get into
Man,
this.
I'm handsome, dog.
You are, man. Hey,
Thank
you know
you,
what,
bro.
my boy? Carl said it the other day. He was like, he's like, I want you to tell Mike. He's like, on camera or off camera. He's like, but dude, he's looking too pretty on the OverDogs podcast. He's like, I don't know if he's trying to go mainstream or what.
No, it's just I guess it's my health right now with the weight cut,
Probably.
all the training I'm doing. I'm looking pretty healthy, so I'm happy to see that.
What's your skin routine, Mike? Drop it.
Vagina juice
Amen,
and
bro.
breast milk. Breast milk, you made my day. I only drink the finest.
Hold up. You keep talking about fucking Darren Till juicing and fucking Alvarez juicing. You over here drinking that breast milk. Is that sanctioned?
Yeah.
It's yeah, for
That's
sure.
all
It's
natural,
got all natural, baby. Got tequila and tacos in it, maybe.
Let's go.
You must be married to a Latina, huh?
Carne asada.
All right, so let's kick this thing off. We got Devin Haney coming on. Fucking huge fight. He's fighting the week after you are, Mike. Where's he? Do you know where he's fighting at, Mac? I'm assuming it's Vegas, but I'm not 100% sure.
Dude, I'm not. Look, man.
All right, I got you.
I know boxing. I know boxing. I am nowhere near like UFC.
I need you as a statistician. Tell me where he's fighting at. Look that up.
Okay, I'll look it up.
I was
Thank you,
gonna
brother.
say before we started talking, I was like looking at Mac and his depression today, and I was like, man, I want to know. I'm wondering, what does Mac know about boxing? And then I'm like, well, he's a stats guy. Like he probably got the whole breakdown.
But knowing where his fight is isn't a stat.
Yeah, true.
All right.
So Devin is moving. Devin's moving up, right? So he's the
moving up,
lightweight,
and they're fighting
fucking undisputed champ. Like what? Across all three, I believe.
Yeah, he's undisputed.
And he's
'cause he
fighting
beat
Reggie
Cambosos,
at super lightweight. Where at, Mac?
San Francisco. His
In
hometown.
San Francisco. That's
I
an
think.
odd spot to fight.
In San Francisco. Yeah. I'll double check.
Interesting.
But that's where it says.
That's a
So I
cool,
know Devin's an
that's
LA
a cool
guy.
venue.
Where's it at?
San Fran.
I'm gonna see what venue. Yeah.
I mean, the football stadium. It wouldn't be at the football stadium.
No,
would it? Man, it might. Fuck.
there ain't no fight to do that. There was
Not,
There was
yeah.
Jeez, I mean, there's been some big fights. I remember Holly Holm fought in like Australia, and they said that there was like
Marble
90,000 people there.
I think it was.
I think it was 900,000.
No, it was like 60.
900,000, dude. That's a lot, bro.
Yeah. Like, some people said 1 million.
Okay, you want the?
All right, so hang on, real tight. So Mac, I got to tell you this. I was getting a tattoo today, and me and Mike was just talking back and forth, talking about getting this this show ready for this afternoon. And I was like, "Yo, man, I'm getting a tat, man." And I hit him yesterday too because I was getting some work done. And he was like, "Yeah," he's like, Mike's like, "Enjoy the fucking pain, right?" And so I hit him today, and I sent him a picture of my leg.
There you go. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I sent him a picture of my leg today, and he sent me back some crazy shit, man.
Like what?
Mike, you want to go into that, or you want me to?
What the fuck did I send you back?
He said.
I genuinely have no.
Oh
idea.
yeah, I said that when I get bored, I like to have my wife twist my nipples hard.
Is that why
I don't really get tattoos that much anymore.
So
and then my mom sent me a Christmas card, and it said it was a dude chopping down a Christmas tree, and he's bringing it home. And the girl's like, "Are you gonna put that up yourself?" And he's like, "No, I'm gonna put it in the living room." And everyone in my family was like, so I sent it to the family group chat, like courtesy of mom. And it's like, my sisters are like, I'm missing the point. I don't get it. I'm like, oh my God, is the tree going up your butt or what? I thought it was hilarious. Man.
All right, so Mike, do you do that just because you miss pain and she squeezes the nipples, or what? What's the deal there?
No, it's because I feel like the pain of a tattoo is quite addicting. And I stopped getting that done to myself because it just wasn't working out right. And so I was like, man, because like I said, pain is addicting. So if I haven't been hit in a while, Lyoto Machida was smacking me up yesterday. That was pretty good. So I haven't asked my wife to twist my nipples today, but.
All right. And I mean, hey, just call her up. Tell her to come upstairs. Mike, just tell her to come upstairs. You can do it on camera. All right, so tell me this, because I'll just say this. I watched the video of you and Lyoto, man. Lyoto looked like he had some quick counters still, bro. He looked good.
Lyoto Machida.
Yeah, I have no... man, I posted it because, one... lots of reasons. It's a good lesson. I was collabed, so I actually collabed it because it's Lyoto Machida. He was light heavyweight. No telling what his weight was yesterday. Could be anywhere between 205 to 225.
25.
He's taller, he's longer, he's got reach. He's a great striking guy. I've worked with him a lot. So yesterday, I felt like I was ready. I was prepared for him. Mindset-wise, a little bit, I was kind of like, we were point fighting, and then it got picked up, and there's some things I noticed about that I didn't do. I didn't put my foot down and things like that I could have, and so I went out. I wanted my legs to be a little more there, so I went out today, and I did some sprints and then some heavy weight on the legs and then some more sprints and then heavy weight again and some other stuff. And it was a good lesson that I needed for my camp that Lyoto was able to give to me. There was some other guys there that were built like but bigger, stronger version of Eddie Alvarez, what he might show up as. And I was able to clean them pretty good. And, It's an honor to work with someone like Lyoto. If you're a pro fighter, and everyone you work with is getting beat up bad by you or whatever, then you probably need to find a different partner. You probably need to work with someone else until someone can show you something, so.
That's right. So how hard is that to find? Because, look, every gym doesn't have top-notch boxers or potentially jiu-jitsu or whatever. So, like, what happens, on those occasions? Because there's got to be a lot of guys out there, right, that run into that issue. Like, I'm a top-notch boxer, I'm a top-notch jiu-jitsu guy, and, like, I don't have it in my fucking town. I mean, I got to assume that's fairly common. Now, not where you are, because everybody comes through Fusion.
Right. I can go and I get work with the MMA guys. There's some boxers. I mean, I always got to train with freaking heavyweights. I always got to train with heavyweights. I'm never really sparring with a guy my own size. You pay. You got to pay at some point or someone or, you get your work in where you can, but then you'll have to pay a sparring partner to come out. I'm sure Devin Haney knows a little bit about that. I'm sure they pay for some partners to come, and then it's hard work for a week. They pay these guys to come and just be a damn assassin.
Yeah, because that's what you want, right? Like, you want somebody like, you'd rather train with Lyoto or somebody bigger, stronger than your opponent's going to be, right? Quicker than your opponent's going to be. Like, you want that, right? Because that's going to prepare you to be able to be at your best when it comes down to game time.
Yeah, you train hard, fight easy. That's the way.
Well, I've also heard of other gyms kicking people out or, because they don't want too much pressure on their champ and ruin confidence.
That's MMA shit.
Yeah,
that's MMA drama, in my opinion, because at a boxing gym, it's like we know what we're getting into. It's like if we step in the ring, then one of these guys is going to be capable of putting a hurting on the other one, and it's like you didn't just bring a guy to take whoopings and let the guy get away with it. He's got to try to. In order for him to be the paid training partner, then he's got to be able to put a whooping on whoever it is he's training with at some point so that the guy can actually get a lesson out of it. Otherwise, you're just going to keep doing the same things.
But at what point, like, let's say you bring someone in to train, like, with a champion fighter, and he's just beating the shit out of your guy every time. Like, at what point do you go, this is diminishing returns because now my dude's broken before he even goes in there?
It's not a champion fighter then. I feel like those characteristics don't really go together because if you're talking a champion fighter, then the guy's been through the ringer of ups and downs and seen what he could see in the game. And if he brings in somebody, at best you're getting a great matchup and a scrappy little training session.
Fair enough.
So, you remember this, Mag? I'm sure you do. I'm sure Mac remembers it. But, like, when John was getting ready for Cyril, he sent out a fucking tweet and was like, yo, any heavyweights, like, down to come train? And I was like, what the fuck? Did people just not want to go get beat up? Or, like, what was the situation there? But I think a lot of guys ended up flying out, just off of that fucking tweet of, like, let's get ready.
I think they want to get a lot of different looks a lot of times. And I mean, fuck it. People want to step up and they're the right size. Let's just get looks from everybody. But then, like Mike said, you're not just going to just stick with the shitty guys. Like, you're going to focus in on your main training partner being someone that can push you.
Yeah. But that's true, too. Like, there's a big difference there between boxers and MMA fighters, right? Because you want to bring in somebody in high level. If you're doing MMA, you want to bring in somebody high level at every fucking category, right? And a lot of boxers can box with the same guy, if he's just that tier below but willing to push and knows you ain't going to get into a dangerous situation where somebody gets fucked up. Like, that's two different kind of categories there for sure.
That's a good breakdown. I like that.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the analysis side.
He knows. Josh knows the striking game.
Yeah. I've been punched in the face.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'll tell you. My hands, that video, you see me get hit a few times, but my hands was hurting later that day. More than my face was hurting. My hands was hurting, so.
What do you spar in? What size gloves?
16-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
At the boxing gym, I wear headgear most of the time, like 90% of the time. But when I go to Fusion, I like to get a little loose. Sometimes I'll do a little MMA stuff with those guys just to stay fresh, you know.
Yeah.
But
You never know who's going to call.
and I'm cutting weight. I'm on diet. I don't have the weight size. I'm about 10 pounds or more less than I usually am. So when I was sparring Lyoto, like he had a good little, yo, the champ in the house.
I got to say this. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. I'm blessed.
Happy
man.
birthday,
It was
bro.
like, what, 2 days ago?
Yes, sir. Yeah, 17th, yeah, today.
Yeah. You 25 now?
25, man, big 25.
Bro,
Wow, man, you
just
got the
telling
whole
man.
world ahead of you.
After
man.
25, that shit goes like this.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
Not
what,
for me.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Bagz says that about every age anyone ever says they are above
Yeah.
like 25. They'll be like 27, right after that. That's the year. 25, that's the year, bro. You just start 30, that's the year. Nah, don't listen to him, bro.
Yeah. And I just turned 41 and I'm having the best year of my fucking life.
See, he's all cap.
Okay. So it goes down and then it goes back up. After 30 days, you start.
I'm fucking with you. It don't go down, and it only goes down if you let it go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That's all mental. That's all personal.
Don't let it. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of stuff we want to talk about, Devin. Here is super relaxed, man. We ain't fucking journalists. We ain't sitting here trying to like catch you, you know, slipping on some silly shit. Like, we're just here to have a good time, having a drink, like whatever. Did you go to F1 last night or no?
Nah, right now I'm in that mode, that deep training mode, where I'm just like on the time where I can get as much recovery and, you know, just chilling out as possible. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I believe that. So you're fighting on the 9th, right?
December 9th.
In San Francisco, where's that at?
Yeah, I'm playing at the Chase Center where the Warriors play.
Oh, okay.
San
Oh,
Francisco.
okay. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
nice.
So it's gonna be you know, the first event there, the first boxing event there, and we have the Bay Area that doesn't have boxing. We haven't had boxing in so long, especially an event of this magnitude, and it's doing really good. You know, we sold 10,000 tickets the first week of the fight, and the place holds like 17,000. So we're coming up on that on a sold out event.
Yeah, because what's it? I mean, most arenas hold about what, like 18, 20?
Yeah, so it's supposed to hold 18, but the way that it's set up, it's 17 because like the way that the ring needs to be set for it. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's pretty much that's T-Mobile, you know, in Vegas. That's pretty much every NBA arena, same size.
for
Well,
sure.
congratulations on that. Obviously, it's a big fight.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
I was going to say he got all the numbers. Like usually as the fighter, I barely even know how many seats they got in there, and he knows they already sold so many and how much the weight of the ring is going in the center of the arena. Like that man is statistically proven, bro. That's the champ right
Yeah, well,
there.
you know, I'm it's a co-promotion as well. So me and Eddie Hearn, Max from Boxing, we're doing a co-promotion. So I'm also my own promoter. So you got to know these things.
That's how the
See,
big
Mike-
time boxers are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
for
Mike,
sure,
if
for
you was
sure.
if you was getting half the fucking take on everything, you'd know them stats too, Mike.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah,
It's
for
coming,
sure.
brother.
God willing.
Amen.
All right, so I got this one. I got this one to kick it off, bro. 30-0, fucking super incredible at whatever level. But the fact that you fight whoever the fuck is up next is even
Say it again.
like
You
it's
had
more
went out.
impressive.
You had went out.
What's that?
You went out.
Say it again. You had went out. My bad.
Oh, my mic cut out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So I was saying 30-0 is super impressive, right? But the way you've done it is even more impressive because a lot of guys avoid fights for years. They don't want to take certain fights because they don't match up stylistically or maybe it's a weight class difference or whatever. Like, what makes you fucking different that you just like, let's go at any point?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a throwback fighter. You know, I want to test myself against the best fighters in the world because I feel like I'm the best. I know that I'm the best, and what better way to prove it is by, you know, beating the best fighters. You know, going up in weight classes, going down in weight classes, that's what the real fighters do, and I'm bringing that back.
Yeah, I love that. Because that's what people want to see, right? Like we all wanted to see. I mean, I'm throwing one out, but we all wanted to see, Mayweather and Pacquiao like at prime, right? And like a lot of fighters, but we've started to see a little more of the bigger fighters like yourself and others starting to step up and take more fights, right? And I think it's more like is it a pride thing, you think? That now guys are like, well, if Devin's doing it, I can't be fucking avoiding somebody.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like me going to Australia, and beating the champion. We've seen other guys go do that. After that, some of them lost, but some of them have took that chance to go across. And the other guys, home country and fight the champion. And I think that's what it's all about. The old fighters used to do that, and once one fighter started it like me, and it was successful, we're starting to see it more often.
So in your mind, is it like I'm stepping up, and I can't regress at that point, right? Because now you're moving up in weight. Because now you're moving up in weight to go fight Regis.
Yeah, I definitely think that's what it is. You don't want to go backwards, especially once you start getting paid. You get paid more. You don't want to go back to making what you was making a few fights ago. You want to keep making. You get accustomed to that. So I think it's a little bit of both.
All right, you ain't gonna be like Roy though, are you? And go up to fucking 200.
Yeah, that's where Roy went wrong at. He went up too high, and he put on a lot of muscle. And then tried to cut back down. It didn't work out.
All right, so you going to fight Regis at 135? Is that right? 140. So is it more you just wanted to go up there, or are you filled out to the point where like you don't want to fight at 135 no more?
Yeah, I mean, I've been at 135 since I was an amateur, since I was 17 years old. Yeah. So it was only a matter of time that I had to go up, and it was an opportunity for me to go up and fight the champion, fight for another belt in another division, and it just all aligned for me to do it. But I still have my belts at 135. I'm still champion at 135, and we never know what the future holds. But right now, I'm going up to 140 to take the belts from the champion.
All right. So go ahead, Mike.
What is your walk around weight?
Yeah, 140. 140.
Yeah.
That's boxing, man. Y'all so political, man.
Come on, Mike. You know we don't be telling our walk around weight, man.
But us MMA fighters, we all brag how we cut 20 pounds the week of the fight.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Honestly, I don't know how y'all do that shit. Y'all weight cuts are intense. Me, like, I'm gonna cut 20 pounds over 2 months.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know you're a huge
UFC fan too. Yeah. Yeah. I know you're a huge UFC fan too, right, Devin? Like, because we've been talking about this a little bit too, like over the last couple of months. Like, I think UFC needs more weight classes, like boxing, right? Because there's too many guys that are like in between, right? And either they're cutting too hard or they're not cutting enough. I feel like they should stagger it out a little more like boxing. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I do like UFC. I like MMA. I like that. I'm just like, I like fighting in general. So, I watch all that shit. I don't know too much about the different weight classes. I'm not real familiar with the different weight classes, what each weight class is. I know more like the fighters.
Yeah. I'll just say this. Listen to this, Devin. Break it down for us, Mac, the jumps when you get like above like feather.
Well, it just goes like pretty much 10 pounds, 125, 135, 145, 155. Then you get to welterweight and it goes 170. And then from 170 it goes to 185. And then you go to 205. And then you go anything over 205 is heavyweight. So you could be at 210. We've seen dudes fight like 215 versus someone's 250.
Yeah, see, so that's like boxing too. Once you go over 200, it's 200 plus. Like, you're 200 is cruiserweight, and anything above that, you could be 205, 201, and you got to fight somebody that's 290. It is what it is. But definitely, you guys definitely need to add more weight class. Well, they need to add more weight class.
Well, I don't do MMA anymore.
Is huge.
Yeah, I know. I see.
Oh, you see what I be doing now?
Yeah, you do the bare knuckle.
Yeah,
You do the bare knuckle. You do the bare knuckle. Come on now. I'm familiar with you.
No, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, but I'm gonna fight a week before you. I'm gonna put on the 2nd, and you say you the 9th. Oh, so yeah, that's 7 days before. So,
do work. Where you fighting at?
Utah.
Okay.
Salt Lake City.
No, that bare knuckle shit is crazy too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I can fuck with it. Because it's just like your hands be all messed up. Fucking you hurt your hair trying to hurt somebody else.
Right, of course. But so like you never practice your punching bare knuckle at all? You practice a little bit that way?
No.
I guess you don't have to. I mean, you got super $1 million hands, like.
Yeah. I mean, but we fighting fucking 8 to 10 ounce gloves. You guys are fighting. What is MMA gloves? 4 ounces.
4 ounces. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a little different, but yeah.
I mean that 8 ounce glove, because you're under. So like that's in boxing is like if they're 150 something above, they wear 10 ounces.
So yeah, anything above 147, you go 10 ounce gloves. Anything under that is 8 ounce glove.
Yeah, that's a big punch. That 8 ounce glove.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine the heavyweights weighing 2. I mean, but it's still MMA too. Somebody like Francis Ngannou hit you with a 4 ounce glove. Wait, what did heavyweights wear?
4 ounce glove, dude.
Yeah. Oh, so everybody.
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
Hey, that's just enough to that's enough to so you don't break your hand, right? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, literally.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you beat Bradley Martin in a street fight?
Bradley know what's up, man. Bradley, he just stick to bodybuilding and lifting weights. I mean, because the fight game is just totally different.
Yeah.
The muscles, they look good. They look good when you throwing up some weights or you want to take a picture, you want to pose. But when you get in that square circle, it's a lot different. And I want Bradley to stay in his field and stay in my field, because we go in the gym. I can't lift fucking 250. I can't lift over. I can't bench press 250, and I'm sure he put that shit up with ease.
Yeah.
So, but you have done a bench press? You have done bench press?
Yeah.
You ever tried to bench like 200?
Yeah.
He said 250.
Yeah, no, I'm saying. Yeah, 250. Like I can do like 245, 250. I did like 240.
That's valid though, because you're one.
That's strong.
I think I did 235. I did 235 yesterday.
That's valid for a 140 pounder.
That's legit.
Yeah.
That's real legit, yeah.
Hey, 140, Mike. 140. But that's legit. That's legit strength, right? So what was funny was when I was talking to, and I don't know how true this was. Well, he said it. But Roy was like, dude, until I went to heavyweight, I didn't lift any weights. He's like, because those muscles don't fucking help you that much, man.
Man, that shit don't. You can go in there and be muscled up and they go in there and knock you the fuck out. A Mexican from Mexico with no abs, no nothing, but it's just, you gotta know how to fight. Yeah. And you gotta have that punch resistance. If you're not, even Mike can tell you this, if you're not used to getting hit, you get hit, you're gonna quit. You're not gonna want to fight. The average person on the street their face not used to taking a punch. They're not used to getting hit, so they're not gonna be able to take it.
Yeah, I like that
genre of street fight videos of jack dudes like that getting their ass beat by someone who just does minimal training in some type of martial art. It's all
and that was what was fun about like old UFC in the beginning, right? Yeah. You got to watch different weight classes. You'd watch a little bitty ass guy fucking take out a sumo wrestler, like.
Yeah.
You guys, that was the first fight in the UFC ever, actually. And he
embedded
his teeth in his foot.
They tried to get me, Haney, like this is funny. What's his damn name? Andy Ruiz Saudi Arabia was trying to get me to street fight Andy Ruiz. I said yes. He like 280.
What do you mean
I
street?
don't know, Mike. But then again, you can kick, you can do all that shit, but fucking Andy's big. Andy knows how to fight, so shit.
I couldn't kick Andy. See, that's like one thing I've learned about kicking. Like somebody like him, he's so big. If I slapped him in the calf with my foot, I'm probably just going to fall down. And if he lands on top of me, now that's the thing though. Jiu-jitsu and my bench press abilities, I could get out from someone that weight of Andy Ruiz. So like with jiu-jitsu, that's helpful to know.
Yeah.
Wrestling and stuff. Like you fought Lomachenko, and he's known for his dirty clinch game in boxing and then how he switches angles and he uses grabs and clinching to get shit going. I mean, you had to have tussled with him a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's very like when we get on the inside, I wouldn't want to because I could tell like the way that his angles and the way that he was like trying to get out of it. I was like, yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna fuck with that.
Long, sharp jab.
That's the difference of being a smart fighter, for sure.
Exactly.
All right, so I want to, before we get into Regis, I want to talk a little bit. Let's talk about Shakur, right? Because Shakur has been talking all kinds of shit. But after his last fight, you know, other than calling him a bum, what did you think about his win?
I mean, I didn't get a chance to really see the whole thing because I fell asleep, woke up, fell asleep again, woke up. I mean, so I can't really say too much on it, but I mean, the world seen it. The world could speak on what they saw and what they didn't see.
All right, I gotta follow up to that then. Let's see. Stevenson said he needs pressure. He needs a pressure fighter so that he can showcase his skill set, right? But at that level, do you need a certain fighter to showcase your skill set, or you should just be able to do it, right?
You cannot make those excuses, and that's where the matchmaking at the top rank and you know the business who've been around for so long that they put the guys in there for you to look good against. And once you finally don't get a guy in there that's coming to lay down or fighting the way that you want him to fight or that he's been fighting, then they look terrible. Every guy is not going to go in there and just pressure you and do what you want him to do. Like it doesn't work like that. But you need to find a way to get away and find a way to get it done. You don't go in there and make excuses because the guy is not doing what you want him to do.
So is Shakur even on your radar after that last fight or not?
I mean, it's a big fight still. My main focus is Regis Prograis, obviously. I got to get past him, which I will get past him, and then I want to fight whoever. You know, if it makes the most sense, I want to the bag is there, the money is there, everything is, and I'm with it.
The money fight, the real money fight.
All of them are money fights.
Those are the real ones.
Devin.
Yeah. So real quick, Devin, before you came on the show, we were talking about, you know, sparring partners and when you have a specific fight lined up, how you might go about getting sparring partners. You're paying for sparring, or do you have a gym with a stack full of guys that are pro fighters that want to work with you in that? Maybe are you sparring guys who are heavier than the weight class, lower than the weight class? They're bigger, they're taller, they're same stance, or do you just spar anyone, or you bring in specifics?
No, I mean, you always try to get different sparring partners. You try to get guys who somewhat mimic the guy that you're fighting. So obviously I'm fighting a strong guy this fight who has a big punch. So we're getting guys who are big punchers and who are strong and who are bigger because I'm going up in weight class. But as camp goes on, it's hard for me to have the same repetitive sparring partners because eventually they it's wear and tear. They're not able to take it as long. So I like to keep fresh guys coming in, this week I may have 2 guys. Next week I may have 3 guys, different guys. Or sometimes if guys are giving me good work and their game, then I'll keep them. So it all just changes. We just make adjustments as we go on.
You just use them until you knock them out, and then you send them packing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a scenario too.
I hate when I get the guys who you can hit them so hard and they're still there, and you're like, "What?"
I love those guys.
I'm stuck with this guy. I'm stuck with him.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love those guys because they push me, and I'm able to go in there and work on things. I don't like the guys that just get one sparring and then they take a picture and then they leave. They go home and their claim is that they scarred me or something like that. I like the guys that stay around and commit to good work. And sparring is not about killing everybody. It's going in there to work on things and to get better too.
Of
but
course.
we also how you spar is how you fight. So you go in there bullshit and sparring that's how you're gonna fight.
12 3-minute rounds.
Full on.
Mm-hmm.
You go full on.
What is the bare-knuckle?
The bare-knuckle is quick. It's 5 or 6 2-minute rounds.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean definitely. I push myself in sparring. I like to spar with big guys. That way I can go in there and be myself and do my thing. So yeah, do I go out and spar? Yeah.
Let's talk about Regis real quick. So, I mean, the last fight that everybody saw on a big stage with somebody moving up was Charlo versus Canelo, right?
Yeah.
And Charlo was clearly outmatched strength-wise. I mean, I'll just say that. We'll leave it at that. Just the strength alone was enough. So what separates your game enough to move up in weight class?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a little different with Charlo and Canelo. I think, he had went up 2 weight classes.
Yeah.
I think, Charlo had went up 2 weight classes against, one of the pound, best fighters in the world. And, Canelo had the experience over Charlo. I feel like I have the experience over, Regis. But, and I'm the bigger guy, which, that really doesn't matter when you get in the boxing ring because skills pay the bills. I just feel like I'm overall a better, much skillful fighter. Does he have a punch? Yeah, but it's if you go in there and you're thinking on one punch against me, it's gonna be a long night for you, and it will be a long night for him. Every fighter has to eventually move up in weight class. It's nobody that just can stay at the same weight class their whole career, and be successful. So this is just the time for me to move up and show how good I really am. And I'm gonna feel much better at this weight because I've been killing myself to make 135 for, like I said, since I was 17 years old. So now I feel more comfortable at 140. Of course, it's still not easy for me to make. I don't think no weight cut is easy. But I do feel better, do feel stronger.
Mike, y'all can't hear that fucking smoke alarm beeping, can you? No.
Wait.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm hearing crickets.
I feel like I'm that motherfucker on Call of Duty with the fucking thing chirping right now.
It's either me or Devin, bro. It's either me
bro,
or
Devin. Is it you? I thought it was me.
I think,
bro, I'm like listening out in the hallway. I'm like, I'm that dude on fucking Call of Duty right now, for sure.
I think it's me.
It's either me or Devin.
It could be any of us.
Hey, speaking of video games, though, I wanted to ask this whole time. Where the fuck are we at on a new Fight Night game, bro?
Oh,
bro, I don't even know.
Like, help us out. You gotta be able to help us out with that, Devin.
No, they were coming out with a game and
Undisputed?
Undisputed or something like that. And they had reached out to me to get on it, but the money wasn't looking right. It wasn't making sense for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, I'm gonna just pass on it.
They got some big names.
I don't know what happened to it.
But
yeah,
honestly, dude, I'm not gonna try to rip the game, but it wasn't. Fight Night still holds up, bro.
Yeah, Fight Night. I don't know why they stopped making them. They made a Fight Night like every couple of years, but that shit was sad.
because of UFC, I think they started making the UFC. EA made the Fight Night games. They started making the UFC games, and like,
Man, we tired of the UFC. We tired of the UFC shit, bro.
bro,
Hey,
I'm a UFC guy, but I want a Fight Night game, bro. That was my shit.
Yeah. No, the UFCs are cool, but we need some fucking fight nights. They keep coming out with UFCs. Like we got enough UFCs to play for the next couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, supposedly they're working on a new Fight Night after this new UFC game, but we'll see.
bro,
Start calling it out after fights, bro.
listen to this story. This shit reminded me of this funny story. One time, I went to a Wiz Khalifa concert and Sway Lee was there. And I went backstage or whatever. I met Wiz, and then one of the security guys was like, "Bro, Sway Lee is over here. You want me to take you to him?" So I went back there, and they were in like a dark room. It was like 30 people in there, and it was backstage at Sway Lee and Wiz go pretty hard. So they called me in there. They're like, "Oh, you a fighter, bro? You in the game? You in the UFC game?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he got the Xbox right there, and the UFC is on, and he's like, "Pick yourself" or whatever. So I picked myself. I thought I was gonna play Sway Lee, but it was only one controller, and the computer was on hard mode. And then I'm fighting. So it's me versus GSP, George St. Pierre. Man. That game beat my ass in like 40 seconds, bro. And everybody Sway Lee in the room like, oh, man. I'm like, man, that's not what fighting is like, bro.
How did he finish you? How did GSP finish you?
I think he ground and pounded me, bro. The computer was using the grappling shit. And I'm like trying to fight and beat my ass, bro.
That gives me another question. Devin, you ever been playing online, man? You play as yourself and whoop somebody just anonymously?
Nah, I don't really be playing games like that, to be honest. I used to play like Call of Duty and shit, but I don't know. I ain't gaming ain't really for me.
All right, I'll get your tag after this, and me, you, and Mike will run some Call of Duty at some point.
All right, I'm with it.
We like to do it. All right, I got a serious question for you. 25 years old, fucking pinnacle of the sport. How do you I got a couple of questions. How do you handle the pressure? That's a lot on anybody at any age, right? But especially on somebody at 25 years old. And how has that helped you, like, shape you as a man?
Yeah, I believe that the mental thing is all in the head, really, to be honest. Anybody can put pressure on themselves. If you just overthink, I worked hard to be in a position. So now that I'm finally here, I don't feel no pressure. I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful to be here. So, I don't believe in the pressure. And they definitely shaped me, as a man for sure, because got a lot of responsibility. Got a lot of people that's dependent on me and everything like that. So I had to mature early, but I wouldn't have wanted it no either way.
You got kids or no?
No kids.
Nah.
You had your family brought you up in boxing. You had probably hundreds of amateur fights. So it's who in your family? Your mom and your dad, or?
Just my pops. I've been boxing since I was 7.
Wow.
I had like 130 something amateur fights.
Wow.
And I had 130 amateur fights, and I had turned pro at 17. So
that's awesome, man. And look at you now. That seems like so long ago. You're only 25, and you've already 30-0 as a professional. That's amazing, bro. That's literally like no one can do better.
Shit's crazy.
It's awesome, man. It's an honor to talk to you. I definitely fighting, has done a lot for me in my life and shit. And I didn't come up being taught it from a perspective of someone seeing a future and for me in it. I just was more of a street kind of idea and was like, fight people for money sometimes. So
where are you from?
I'm from Michigan, Flint, Michigan, and Popka, Florida, like kind of both.
Where do you live now?
I live in Orlando, Florida.
Oh,
I feel like I made it.
Now he's in the nice part of. Now
Yeah,
he's in the nice
I
part
feel like I made it. I fought for this shit though. I ain't always have it. I kind of just got it.
That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah, man. I tried to fight hard for this shit. You probably seen that picture of my nose and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That shit went viral. And then the next day I was in the hospital bed like this with the fucking stuff all over my face. That was like my most viral picture ever.
All right.
Yeah, you're a real fighter.
Thank you, bro.
I got a good question. So this is obviously like a podcast. We're mostly MMA guys here. We obviously appreciate boxing, of course. So if you were going to reach out to kind of like the more casual boxing or non-boxing fans that are, the ones that typically watch this podcast, what would you say if you're going to sell boxing on somebody, go back and watch, like 2 or 3 fights? What are your favorite 3 boxing fights of all time? And then if you have one, what's your favorite MMA fight?
I think you go back and watch like Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward. Of course, that's like a classic right there. You can go back and watch Ali Foreman. It's a classic. Hagler Hearns, of course, classics.
Devin Haney, who?
Devin Haney, Lomachenko, classic right there. So much classics. And in MMA, let me see a fight that I would say to watch. Y'all give me one.
Anything. I mean, that's too easy.
There's
so many.
There's so many good ones. Brock Lesnar, McGregor, Anderson Silva, anything with those.
No. A fight though, right? Like a two.
Who's your favorite UFC fighter?
Today, let me see. I like Khabib. I like Khabib, and so I like Islam.
Bro, how do you like the most boring fucking fighter on the fucking planet?
Let me tell you why.
Khabib is smart. Khabib is a smart guy.
So I'm a little biased because I'm Muslim as well. So I respect them, like what they stand for. So it's like
Hey, Devin's like, I don't fuck with nobody unless they undefeated. Unless they undefeated, I don't fuck with them.
He the only guy undefeated.
Yeah, I like Islam. I like Khabib. So there you go. So then maybe like Khabib Conor. That fight was huge. That was one of the biggest fights in history.
Yeah.
That's a banger.
That's a good one.
All right.
Yeah.
You like all right, I want to get your thoughts on like the crossover boxing stuff, right? Positive or net positive or net negative for boxing? When you got like Jake Paul fighting, you got fucking all right, and I'll give you an example. Fucking KSI and Tommy Fury was dog shit, and so was Logan Paul. And Dylan Dennis was dog shit.
It has its pros and its cons. I definitely it's bringing a lot of eyeballs over to the sport of boxing. So I respect it. I like it. Is it some fucking trash fights? Do some guys not take it serious and need to make boxing look bad? Yeah, but for the most part, it's bringing a lot more eyeballs, a lot more fans to the sport of boxing. I think boxing is bigger, the biggest it's ever been right now.
I feel like they gonna back out of watching the next event after the last one they watched. You know what I mean? They're like,
you know how many times we heard this, and you know what they do? They go buy it again, and again.
Right.
You're right.
I've been going to fights for a long fucking time. As a fan, right? As a casual fan, I go to a lot of fights. I've been to a lot of the biggest ones. And then when I went with Mike over to England to watch KSI and Fury and Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis, dude, the like you said, the fan base is totally different, right? It's a bunch of 22-year-old kids that don't even know who fucking Devin Haney is. I swear to God.
No, because listen to this. I had fought on the Logan Paul versus KSI, the first one.
Yeah.
And I was the co-main event. and like it was packed, but none of the kids knew who I was. Like they was like,
right? you could have stood in the crowd like that.
Yeah, no, it was like they didn't care. They didn't care to watch my fight, but they when Logan and KSI fought, they went crazy.
And they sold out what 22,000 seats in like 3 minutes.
I don't know. It was at the Staples Center. I don't remember how many seats, but it was crazy.
It was a lot.
It's bad parenting, bro. It's bad parenting.
It is bad parenting.
All those kids knew those two, but they didn't know you. That's ridiculous.
It's bad parenting.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll take you to that event. I'll pay $2,000 a ticket and take you to this event to go watch these guys that you watch on Vine fight each other. I don't know, man.
I gotta know. After you knock out are you gonna knock out Regis?
Yes. Yeah.
How's that going? Tell me how this fucking. Tell me like how it's going to end.
That's the ultimate goal. I feel so much stronger this fight. This training camp. I'm pushing myself to the limits. So that's the ultimate goal. But I'm prepared for whatever. December 9th, I'm gonna be strong. I'm coming to hurt him for sure.
I know you are. All right, one more question. So when you're minus, because I've already looked at the Vegas odds. I always do. I like to bet. Minus 300, dude. That's a big fucking line. Like, does that affect your mindset in any way or nah?
Nah, I really don't pay attention to that type of stuff. But I still got to go in there and do my job and, really prove that, that it's accurate or not. So I try to just, focus on me and, yeah.
Nice. Let's talk about Tank for. Go ahead, Mike.
Real quick, I want to ask to try to get some knowledge from you for myself that I could take and put in my cup. Because there's differences in the amount of time in your rounds are 3 minutes, but then you have a 12-round fight. That's a 36-minute fight. I know sometimes fights take a little while to get started. The Canelo-Charlo fight actually took off from the beginning. They started scrapping and they slowed down a little more in the end. Like, what is something that you do or that you can share that, to ensure that you're winning the rounds, you're winning the most rounds, you're getting the significant strikes? What is something that you kind of do?
Hey, not get hit. That's the only way I can say.
Yeah.
When you hate somebody not hating you, you know that you're winning. So that's the only real gauge.
But when you have that dog fight and it's two good guys, like you had a hell of a fight with Lomachenko, and there was something that you did to ensure that you were getting those rounds for yourself.
That's when you gotta dig deep and that grit comes out when you got you get in that mode where it's like, man, I'm ready to do whatever in this ring to come out.
Do you get angry? Man. Is it anger a little bit?
Nah. I feel like I never. I don't know. Maybe you might be different, but I don't feel like I've never even had time to even get angry. Like you're so focused, you're so locked in, and you can't really. You don't really fight with anger. You fight with skill and technique and discipline rather than anger. So
I feel that.
I don't know. I know if you get hit with a good shot, you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting that back. I want to get that back for sure.
Yeah, you got to get that bitch back.
You got to stay. Sure. You got to. At the same time, you got to stay relaxed.
For
sure.
So I know my man Mike likes to get hit, right? Like that gets him going. Are you the same way? You want to get hit a little bit? You want to take like a good shot to get to know that like this motherfucker don't have the power to take me out? Because that's what Mike wants to know.
Yeah, no, I give them that. I give them that. Okay, you got the power. Now you're not about to hit me. You're not going to hit me. So that's how I think. But
I'm gonna try that.
Yo,
you got it. Let me
give that. Okay, yeah, you got it. You got it, report. You got it for sure. But now I'm gonna make sure that you don't get that shot that you want. I'm gonna handicap you. I like to handicap my opponents to what they do best. Because once they can't do that, then they fall apart.
Do you watch a lot of tape?
Yeah. No, I do a lot of studying, a lot of tape. I got a team that is that's just their field of studying my opponent. What habits he does, what he doesn't like, what he does good, and we just watch it.
Oh wow!
I want to kind of ask about Ryan Garcia. I read somewhere you fought him amateur like 5 times.
6 times.
6 times. 6 times. Okay.
Yeah.
Give some fans, because a lot of fans outside boxing even know Ryan Garcia.
I didn't know that.
Becoming more familiar with you. Give us some insight on those fights, and then I want to hear about your take on Garcia versus Tank.
Yeah, no, we fought 6 times. We're 3-3 as amateurs, but our first fight, I think we was like 9 years old or something like that. So we've been fighting since we was kids. Now we at the pros. He's doing good. I'm doing good, and eventually we meet up again.
There you go. What'd you think about Tank and Ryan?
Now let's talk about Tank.
I mean, I thought that Ryan went in there and he saw enough for what he had to see, and then he gave up. But at the end of the day, I'm not in there, so I don't know what he might have felt. They say he was injured before he went into the fight, but I think he should have continued.
I just think Tank was a little animal in there and just was too hard for him. Ryan was never stood a chance in that fight, in my opinion. They just sold tickets to that because it was 2 hot celebrities that were undefeated. And, Tank, that's the fight to earn. That guy, I mean, he's doing bigger, in my opinion, than early Mayweather's career with the, he doesn't throw a lot, but he's precise when he does throw, and he throws dangerous shots. It's, who's not a fan of that guy? I know you guys got to be like enemies because you're in each other's path somewhere. So, I don't want to start nothing, but that's all the fight we want to see, baby.
Yeah, no, I think that's a massive fight, and it's going to happen sooner or later.
Let's go.
So, it can't be sooner because he can't fight right now.
He locked.
I think he can fight right now.
Talking about Tank?
Wait. Yeah, I think he can fight right now.
Oh, is he out?
Yeah, he been out.
Yeah, he's out. He's out.
All right.
You ain't see that picture? You ain't got no picture in a tank top holding like $1 million cash?
Motherfucker, you think I sit around on fucking social media all day and fucking
Not you.
and watch who's
Not
coming
you.
out of jail and who's in
I was
jail?
asking Haney, bro. I know he got like $1 million chains and
My
shit. That's the big baller stuff.
All right, I got a question outside of boxing. Yo, and Mike and Mac may not understand this. Mike will, Mac won't. But like, where do you get your style from? Because you're a stylish dude for real. So where does that derive from? Because it's different from like mainstream bullshit too.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I like what I like. I think you just either you got it or you don't. I can't really say exactly where I get my style from. I don't know. Just a young kid, I've always been to like clothes and stuff like that. Like, I don't know.
Being fresh for them. Being fresh for them.
Hey, he's like, I'm just fucking fresh. That's it.
Yeah, that's it,
Fuck you,
man.
Bagz, for starting your little conversation like that, because that's exactly why I dress the way I do. So don't judge me, bro. I've just always had my own fucking thing going. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, this is just what it is. It's either you got it, you don't. It comes at a young age, and it's just in you.
It is what it is. Okay, I got a question about the boxing MMA shit. Obviously, dude. Okay, let's say I don't really see any reason why. What do you think about Deontay Wilder saying he'd go do MMA?
No, I mean, you gotta respect it.
Oh, I respect it 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, they say, oh, the MMA fighters say that the boxers will never cross over, but then the boxers say that they'll cross over in a overall conflict. Like, oh, they could never stand a chance. Like, come on now.
I just want to see Wilder punch somebody with that 4-ounce glove. Woo! They out of there.
Same.
You fucking kill him. And then what they gonna say then?
You remember when he punched that burrito on that like Mexican game show?
Yeah.
Dude, that dude was wearing like a full styrofoam costume. He broke his jaw, dude. He wasn't wearing that. So that wouldn't be fun. So let's say the paying gap was equal. Like the ceiling for getting paid was equal in MMA and boxing. Do you think more people would be incentivized to go to boxing or to boxing or from boxers to go to MMA?
Yeah. I mean, I think so. But, it's like we make so much more than the MMA guys. So it's like, why would we cross over? Why would we go into that? If the money was crazy, then yeah, of course we would cross over. But what sense does it make when we make it more than what we actually master, what we actually, know?
100%. Word.
But there is a big crossover scene coming. Like I'll just say this: if anybody doesn't think that, it's coming. Like the Conor and Mayweather fight was one of the biggest on the fucking planet ever. What did that rank, Mac? Third money wise.
I think overall.
Second.
Ever.
Second. I think it was third. No, Pacquiao.
Second or third. Second or third. Right. So
Pacquiao Mayweather was first.
In the scenario where, maybe Sugar Sean wins, defends the belt several times or whatever, then it's got to be an obvious option, right?
Yeah,
Devin?
for sure. I definitely think so. Sean O'Malley called me up. I wasn't even looking nowhere near Sean O'Malley. I didn't even care about Sean O'Malley. But he called me out and then said that nobody. And then after he reneged and said nobody knew me. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, you called me out. I wasn't. I'm making great money. I'm making way more money over here than what I'm doing than he's making in all his fights. I make in one of my fights, I make more than he's making all his fights put together. So
career.
In his career. Yeah. So what do I care about Sean O'Malley?
I get it.
Damn.
I get it. Damn.
Oh,
damn, Sean. All right, Devin. Top 5, any weight class, boxing. Let's go.
What, today?
Yours. No. Yours, all time. Your favorite.
Okay. Does that mean like today or all time?
All time, 5, your favorite.
Ali, Mayweather, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, and I'm gonna go with old fighter like Ezra Charles, somebody like that, like Dogo fighter.
All right.
Nice.
So, Devin, you and I had talked a little bit about previously through text, just briefly, talking about Kampai Pandas, about a potential deal there. Let's talk this week, you and I, if you got time.
Yeah, for sure.
I know you got a busy fucking week. You got a busy 2 weeks coming up. So, whenever, let's talk about that because I like that deal.
All right, let's get together for sure.
All right. Anything else, boys? Devin, you got any questions for Mike or no?
Hey, Mike, no, I was going to tell you, let's link up. Whenever you're on the West Coast, just hit me up. I want to get with you.
Definitely, my brother. I appreciate the thought. Once I get out of Utah after I knock this guy out, I'm gonna be up top on the mountain with my wife feeding me grapes and shit. So.
For sure. Yeah, y'all come to my fight December 9th.
Yeah, I would like to do that actually, but I mean, I'd have to plan it. Fuck. I mean, of course I would want to go, and it sounds like a super dope venue, San Francisco. I want to go. I got to bring my wife and kids and shit too, though. So.
I got some tickets for you, so let's put it together.
I'll definitely
after your victory, we circle back.
That week sounds great, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. It was great to meet you and talk with you today. Shout out to Kampai Pandas for setting that up, man. Shout out Devin Haney, bro. Go get this dub.
Thank you guys for having me.
Cheers,
go get
brother.
it, Devin.
Yo, OverDogs Podcast, episode 15, Kampai Media. Kampai means cheers in Japanese. So salute to you and your family. Thanks for watching. Shout out to all our sponsors. And stay tuned for more Platinum Violence.
This podcast episode was brought to you by OverDogs Bet. Sign up today for early beta access and free play at overdogsbet.com/beta.